Alright, we are back with another segment. Drain the Swamp. As you can tell by the title, we are exposing Anonymous. I want to say shout out to Young Pharaoh. Shout out to my girl for informing me on these niggas. I just had to do my research because I didn't really know what was going on. But come to find out, it's a group who used to hack people back in the early 2010, and it was hacking, through like early 2013. And basically, they hack corrupt organizations like the FBI and Fox News and stuff like that, right? And they reveal all this crazy information, and they do it to help people, right? And at one point, the shit was good. That's what's up. But that ain't the case no more. But before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you like what I'm doing here, man, please hit the subscribe button and share. Help me beat the motherfucking algorithm. Alright, man, so let me get into it, because this is the motherfucking fourth time I had to record this because my shit keep fucking up. And I'm trying some new shit, but let's get to it. Alright, so Google search anonymous arrest 2013, right? Shout out to Young Pharaoh for that information. Go follow him, Pharaoh Otten, on Instagram. But it led me to this post: FBI agent be dismantled the leaders of Anonymous. So that's the Huffington Post. Same thing right here. So they use the title leaders, right? So while using the title leaders, this is who they mention, right? They had a key informant named Sabu, Hector Mazinger Sabu. He was a leader in the Lul Security, or Lulsec, which was a splinter group of hackers that who basically was a part of Anonymous, and they split off a little bit. Not saying that they split off and like not fucking with them no more, but they did their own thing while being inside of Anonymous. And all of them got caught because Hector got caught, and then he turned all of them in. Alright, so later down the line, this man, Jeremy Hamad, also got caught, and he got a 10-year sentence. And why is that important? Because this man, Hector, ended up getting 124 years. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. You became an informant and worked for over 10 months, right? I'm going to tell you why all that's important. So, let's get to this. You can see I played it already.
When did you know the FBI was on to you?
Several days before, several days, a couple weeks before my arrest, because
that's all I'm going to play right for right now. Just pay attention to that. Several days, couple weeks, right, before he got arrested.
I would come downstairs, take the kids to school, and there's a random
take the kids to school.
Edison truck parked in front of my building.
Right.
How often do you see a Con Edison truck parked in front of the Lower East Side? And then you have random...
Know your surroundings, pay attention.
Should have been an indicator right there.
Well, you know what's the greatest indication?
What?
The mailman was hanging out with the Con Edison guy in front of my building.
Yeah. Right. Alright, so we just gonna say that, right? And that's before he got arrested. We said several days, several weeks before he got arrested. I ain't gonna play the rest because I realized it's not even that important, right? So it led me to this, right? Basically, in June 26, 2011, the Lulsec group, right? The Lulsec group, including these people. If you want to know why their names are there, it's because that means they got caught. They're supposed to be anonymous. They got caught. Now you know who they are. So that's important. Sabu is a part of that. Lulsec, or aka Lulsec. Lul Security, aka Lulsec. They hacked Fox News May 11. And let's assume that is May 2011. Let's assume that's May 1st, 2011. Right? So June 26th is when Lulsec announced that they're going to end their 50 days of Lulz, meaning like they had this thing going on where I guess they were just like hacking shit, and they stopped because your man's Sabu got caught already on June 7th. Why is that important? Because that means within a month of hacking Fox News, which is the first thing they did, he got caught. Right? He got caught. But why is that even more important? Because
when did you know the FBI was on to you?
Several days before, several days, a couple weeks before.
Several days, couple weeks. that mean that they had to drop on him. If he's just to say 3 weeks, several weeks, 3. That mean it's only 4 weeks in a month. That mean after a week you did that hack. If you be saying you did it on May 1st, they had to drop on you. And then they allowed you to keep doing hacking shit because it was 50 days of laws. They was still hacking niggas for 50 days. They was letting you hack until they felt like it was time to move in. And that's when they chose to, they could have caught you at any time. So let's just remember that. The man got threatened 124 years in prison. He folded. Of course he folded. Ended up becoming an informant, right? So why is that important? Because that means he's working for the FBI, right? And here it says, did 7 months in prison after his arrest. That had been free a while, awaiting sentencing. He was sentenced because given time served for operating with the FBI under 1 year probation. So just be real. Do you think if they threaten somebody 124 years, they gonna let you work with the FBI for over 10 months? Tell you got only 7 months in prison after, right? Then give time served for operating with the FBI and set free under 1 year probation. You think that's really what they doing? Probably not. Probably not. Okay. So we doing good. Doing good. So, like I'm saying, probably not. They probably still making this man work for him. Think about it. He was the leader of this group and he turned the rest of them in. So just think if you was in the FBI's position, you got the leader of a hacking group that was a part of Anonymous and they hacked you. They hacked you before. And you got the leader who can also turn the other ones in, and you can threaten them with lots of years in prison or to work for you. And now you got the best hacking team that ever worked because they hacked you. And now you can now use their hacking ability and also the face of Anonymous in the other Lowell's group. So it's more trustworthy to the people. So this led me to this. So if you don't know, they came out a couple days ago. When was this article? Of course, they're doing this. June 1st, today. Came out today. Anonymous is back with proof against Trump, Epstein, royal family. Remember those 3 names, because it's ironic, right? Why is that ironic? Because 2 weeks prior, there was a documentary dropped on Netflix, and it's #1 in the country right now. And in this Netflix show, they're talking about Jeffrey Epstein and his sex trafficking scandal with minors, because that shit's crazy and that's evil. But anyway, and I watched the whole thing through and noticed they only tried to associate and really criminate 4 people. One being of royal family, Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein himself, Harvey Weinstein, who was already convicted, and Donald Trump, right? And I noticed that every time they mentioned someone else, they would mention that they weren't on the island with anyone else, such as Bill Clinton. Talked about being on the island twice, and every single time somebody seen him on the island, there was no one else on the island, right? At least the 2 people who, I think in the interview, I think it was 2 people who said that, and there wasn't anyone else on the island. Sure. So you telling me Bill Clinton was there and his wife was never there? But we know that's not the case. You've seen the flight log, right? Go look at the Jeffrey Epstein flight log. Look at the list of names on there. Sean Carter. Anyway, so they had it's just ironic. 2 weeks after, they got Trump, right? Epstein, the royal family. It's falling into place. Give it 2 weeks. Let people keep watching it, and then they come out with this, with a trusted group, right? A trusted group of hackers who obviously got all the information, and of course it's believable because they can hack shit, and you can't. So you got to take their word for it. And now you can reinforce the idea, like, yeah, damn, that's what the documentary was saying. Now it must be true, right? Of course, because they know how the fuck to get you. Stop being foolish. So, I just want to get to this. So, as you can see, this is one of the anonymous pages that was dropping all this information. If you do not know what's going on, it says right here, interested in U.S. black anarchism, if you don't know what anarchism is, the abolition of all government and organization of society, meaning no type of government. Don't be stupid. You need government. You need policing. You need good policing. You need good government. I'm not saying the government we got now is good, bro. No. We need to change that. We need to change policing. Get everything that's there now, wipe it clean, and start something new and different. Not saying get rid of it. That's not how it should be done. But anarchy is not the way. They're trying to push this narrative so people can do anarchist type shit, and then while somebody gets into power when the shit starts at the right time, they can enact martial law and then they got you. New world order. Just like that. Don't be that stupid. And they're gonna have the right to kill you, run up in your homes and murk your whole family. Do not be that stupid. So all I'm saying with this, do not follow none of these motherfucking pages. Don't be stupid and follow anonymous. Do your fucking research. Stop following niggas and not knowing who leading you. But the next picture is going to be brazy at first glance. Bear with me. Gotta smoke my blunt for this. This shit look bad, don't it? I know. But let's break it down. So, the first pic, we're gonna go counterclockwise. Does look like a young girl. But notice something. They're both looking at the camera. Meaning somebody else is on the other side of that lens. And they're looking at these people. They're outside. Meaning they're in the public. You don't think somebody would have asked this man, like, dog, what you doing with this young girl? It's your daughter? It's your daughter? How old is she? Right? Definitely looks like she could be a young looking 18. Bottom right here, definitely a young girl. Definitely a young girl. But is it bad? I don't think so. His hand placement isn't in anywhere that would be seen as sexual. Nothing seen as harassment. Nothing seen as fondling. Not sitting on his lap or nothing. And as you can see, that means there's somebody else on the other side of that lens. 3 people in that car at least. Not to mention the driver. You don't think somebody would have asked you, like, yo, is that your daughter? Is this a family member? Why you got this little girl with you? Right? On to the next pic. As you can see right here, I'm going to just start with the obvious. They wearing suits, bro. Wearing a suit and a dress. That mean they about to go somewhere to be seen. That mean people going to be looking at them. That mean people got to witness something. You don't think that you would have thought about that? Hitting the mic. Not only that, do you notice the pattern? He's looking at the camera. People do not look at the camera who are ashamed of what they're doing in the moment. Trust me. Let me make sure we still good. Ain't glitching. Alright, cool. You're not going to look at the camera when you ashamed. Now let's get to the bottom right. I'm going to point out the obvious. Look at the motherfucking witnesses in the back. Don't you think if some shit went down, right? Some shit that looked off, somebody would have spoke up by now, right? I'm going to leave it at that. Now look up here. Man on the phone with somebody and looking at the camera with some young girl who could pass as 18. This girl could have passed 18 too. And they're laying in bed. And somebody else is on the other side of that lens. Meaning somebody was in that bedroom. So you don't think somebody would call this man out? And again, it looks like he's posing. There's 2 witnesses. Somebody on the phone and somebody on the other side of that lens. And I'm going to leave it at this. If these girls don't come out and say that this man did this shit, especially since it's out now, since this picture is out, any of these people in this picture don't come out and say that they were 17 or younger in this picture, then this is just bullshit. This is fraudulent. But if it does come out, this nigga gotta go too. That shit ain't okay. I'm letting you know that now. And again, I don't think this nigga is a good man. But I do think the nigga is doing some good shit. But let me get back to focus. Alright, so also, but anonymous. Because if they just came out yesterday, let's say the 31st, if these niggas don't get caught in a month, right? I'm going to assume that they're working with the feds, because if the leader of a organization that was anonymous got caught in what? Got caught on June 7th when he did the shit May 11th, and he's part of group anonymous, but when they're referring to his case, his time period, they're talking about May 21st, because they're associating him with the group LOSEC, who happens to be a sector of Anonymous. The whole reason they went after him is because LOSEC did this on May 11th. So that's why the timeline is so short. It's not because he hacked for a long time. He moved with this group and fucked up somewhere and wasn't moving as not anonymous as you think, right? So if hypothetically he did this on May 1st, he got caught a motherfucking month later on June 7th. On June 7th, and like he said,
when did you know the FBI was on to you?
Several days before, probably several days, a couple weeks.
Like he said, several days, couple weeks, and that's the case. If you're talking about 3 weeks, within a week they caught these motherfuckers. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. If they don't arrest nobody within a month, I'm gonna assume that these niggas is working with the motherfucking feds. And why is that important? Feds allegedly hitmen for the Clintons obviously is associated with George Soros, who has obviously been accused of intimidating people and getting a drop on people with information, private investigators, paying people to do all types of shit, and funding organizations that fund organizations like Antifa, who believe in anarchism, right? So, you don't think that this is all playing into it? Like, perfect timing? It's perfect timing. But let me wrap this up. Where I'm going with this, stop believing these motherfuckers. These is not the niggas you think they is. They got caught a while ago. And if this is who you think it is, it's because these niggas got caught. Yeah, it's them. They got caught, motherfucker. And now they about to scam everybody because the government tell them, the FBI, tell them what the fuck to do. Do not be stupid. Do your research. Do your motherfucking research. Think for yourself. And I think that's all I really got to say, man. Stop fucking with Anonymous. They exposed, dog. I don't know what else I need to say. Shout out Young Pharaoh, man. Shout out my girl, man. Shout out motherfucking King Carew on Instagram. Chocolate bars. You gotta take back that anonymous shit, dog. I know you was tweeting that shit, but obviously, brother, some fries. You gotta get rid of them niggas. Who else? Dan Calloway, just here to make you think. Shout out that, man. I think that's about it, man. Yeah. Do your research.